Yo, what up? I streamed a little bit earlier today, but I wasn't doing nothing important right now. So I figured I'd do some Pectorio. I was gonna do some of my... Oh, I knocked something off my table. I was gonna do my Crestorio playthrough, but I've been doing that on stream. And then I was like, maybe I'll play it on stream, but then if I start doing it on stream, we're gonna see more of it on stream. Either that, or more accurately, I'm gonna wanna stream more of it on stream. Or stream a little bit more. Also, I'm doing some thieving on the side, so I might tab out from time to time. Which I do have completely set up in the corner. I'll move it if it happens to be on anything important, but I heckin' doubt it will be. Right. Oh, right, we made a rocket. Cool. Kind of forgot we were working on. So we're working on artillery, I guess. Didn't realize we already had military science gone and done. I guess I forgot we did mostly. It looks like we've done most of the things that just take military too, huh? Where should we go next? Fulgora or Gleba? I'm leaning Gleba. Let me think. Benefits to getting the recycler. Gleba has some research that I think makes like other things really possible, like with coal in the SOAR. I think we'll do Gleba next. I haven't done Fulgora in a long time, but I really like Gleba. Let's focus on Gleba as our next major resource. I don't really think we need Atomic Bomb, but we can go for it. No, do not play copyrighted music. I mean, you can. I don't really care. How many people are actually going to watch the VOD, right? I kind of got Factorio music on. I guess we'll just go with that. Alright, Factorio, I'm just bumping you up a little bit because I couldn't really hear because I am hard of hearing, sort of. Like, not literally hard of hearing, but figuratively, you know? I kind of like what I did here. The little module bus going on here. I guess it's not a bus, but... Alright, so what do we use artillery for? We can put artillery on Novus. I could set up a train line to just have artillery deal with stuff, but currently it's just not a threat. We're not using Novus enough to really create it. That's a big nest for being so close. A little bit surprised. I think what we're going to do is just focus on making another ship and then going to Gleba. Now, the issue, or I guess the issue is put on third, is that Gleba are novices, so what are we looking at for solar power? It is 50%. It is farther away from the sun. So we're going to need to focus on making a ship that is more appropriate for that. So we have Miko's Milk Factory, which is doing just fine producing milk still. In fact, it probably just kind of produces too much milk. Maybe we should tell it to stop making so much, but so it goes. I think what we need to do is go back to Novice in general. And this place will run itself, but is there anything we want to bring back with this Novice? The answer is certainly a yes. In particular, I think it would be quite nice to bring back a good chunk of these big mining drills. I think we're going to bring us back to Novice as well in the meantime. But I'm thinking that the Radiant Starfarer is not here currently. It is certainly not. I've learned a lot from the Radiant Starfarer's design. But it's just sitting here for no reason. Yeah, it's too few fluid. This is getting too few carbon. The research that we're doing lets us reprocess asteroids. I wonder if there's some way we can... I mean, we're gonna have to reset up a lot of stuff. I don't think we have enough... Maybe we do have enough. I was gonna say I don't think we have enough science to do artillery. This is 1500, this is 500. I'm actually gonna swap this. I'm gonna put it so that the asteroid reprocessing is first. I know we're already like halfway through it, but in case we can get this first, I think I might design or redesign the Radiant Starfarer while it's above Novus. We should be able to, in theory. Well, we're actually doing a decent chunk on our iron. I'm surprised. I would expect this to be completely full. Maybe we're spending more than I expect to, but I'm going to work on upgrading the Radiant Starfarer. I was going to leave it as is, but I don't think I want to do that. As long as it's above Novice, it should be very easy to just, like, change up some stuff. So what do we want to change? I think it's important to get more crushers on board for the asteroid reprocessing that we're researching. And then we can kind of customize it based on where it's going. Is there a way in the Factoriopedia somewhere? See, like, what is that? The tile ghost. Ooh. Okay. Cool. The Volcanus. Can I see space route? Oh, look at this. How useful. Okay, great. So let's see space route from Novice to Volcanus. It is primarily metallic asteroid chunk. I guess we'll swap it. There's no reason to really swap it back, is there? These are medium ones. Oxide's not super useful or super common regardless, but the oxide ones are very, very rare. Carbonic. So there are bigger ones that appear too. There's medium or metallic, carbonic, oxide, medium metallic, medium carbonic, medium oxide. Good to know there are bigger ones. I hadn't actually realized that. Ooh, we're not thieving anything right now. How do I set this up? This is a little bit above my pay grade. It's actually heading back right now, which is not what I had intended for it to do. I was going to work on more upgrades, but we'll let it go to and fro one time. I think we may hop on when we get there. Although I don't think we set up the full automation that we need. Specifically, I don't think we have bot creation, do we? We have some bots, though. We have assembling machines automated here. We do. So we have bots and we have assembling machines, so we should set up, or be able to set up bot automation, which I think is one of the last things we need to do. Although I'm surprised we didn't do it if we have all this stuff here. Like, this is like the final step for it, isn't it? Isn't bot automation just these plus flying robot frames? Or am I crazy for thinking that? I think that's right. There it is. Okay, so it's just green or red and then flying robot frame. Flying robot frame consists of electronic circuit, electric engine unit, battery, steel plate. So we have literally everything for it right here. There's electric engine units just sitting here. I guess we never set up batteries here, did we? I thought we did for some reason. I guess we didn't. What would be the issue with setting up batteries is the question, and I don't know if I have an answer for it yet. We will investigate and see if we can figure that out together. Iron plate, copper plate, sulfuric acid. I'm making tons of sulfuric acid here, right? Yeah. I'm really surprised I've never had to make batteries for anything. We do have a big line of sulfuric acid up here as well that's being used for the blue circuit, so we should be able to set up batteries really easily. Did the Starfarer arrive? It did arrive. I'm going to pause its thrust and just have it chill above here for a second. We did get our asteroid reprocessing, which is quite nice. It's exactly what I was hoping for. I'm going to use some pepperonis. Whoop. Oh, that's not going to fit through there. Probably inconsequential. I should probably say hopefully inconsequential. I wanted to make the batteries over towards that direction, but I can always just make them here and then belt them over. What did the batteries require again? I knew it was the sulfuric acid and the iron and copper plate. We have iron plates up there and copper gear wheels, but no copper plates. Could just make it from scratch, would be so nice. So like right here, we could just bring the sulfuric acid over there. That would be so cash money. So let's aim to do that. So I'm gonna go over to that spot there. Then bring the sulfuric acid upward. I think it's probably time enough to get rid of these solar panels. Maybe bring them with us to Gleba to get a head start. Although our Gleba prep is also going to be very heavy into the realm of, I don't know if boilers work, like steam boilers or whatever. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, of course our base is running. We're doing science, so it has to make all the science. Yeah, our power is totally fine here, so there's no big stress for us removing those. And we are going to now set up batteries. Oh, I want to put those big mining drills onto the ship as well before I forget. Oh, you're such a pain. Fine. Go on then, keep your science. Alright, let me see. Crystal mask and RuneScape once more. Alright, we're moving the sulfuric acid over to here. I got a little bit distracted with my little peanut brain. As one does. The curse of the peanut brain. I think the best thing we can make it in... Actually, do we need a... I think we need a chemical plant, right? We need a chemical plant for science. Not science. I don't know why I said for science. For batteries, which is kind of like science if you close your eyes. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like batteries are science? I'm going to do this, and then underground this. Guess I'll do these downwards. Oh man, it's such a dumb place. You know what? I'm being like ultra, double, triple, quadruple, 360 no scope dumb, which is a really dangerous level of dumb to be, so I'm gonna do my best to avoid that, I think. Let's just do it here. It'd be easy to get the sulfuric acid down this way. I swear the music on on Volcanus is just like, you just found out the Empire's evil plan, you know? As a very unfortunate Roboport locale. But whatever, doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Let's do battery, double up on that. And we will have our belt of copper. That's not exactly what I wanted, but it's kind of what I wanted. This does what I want dramatically better than the previous. Here, an angry worm. Very fun to learn this location. I want to master Gleba. Like, I get Gleba, but I want to like really like master it, you know? Okay, so we have batteries produced. So what else do we need for flying robot frames? We have batteries, electronic circuits, electromagnetic, and then steel plate. We should just have all of those now. Got steel plates going here, so I'm just going to have the batteries output and then come around here. It's the wrong direction. My deepest apologies. I just had a crazy memory. When I was like really young, this isn't like relevant to Factorio literally at all, nor is it something like traumatic or bad. But I remember that my mom was always like really into dragons, right? She got me this toy when I was really young that was like a dragon egg that had like a dragon in it. And I thought that was the coolest thing like ever. I wish I still had it. I don't think I do though. There was really no like crazy twist or anything to this story. I just remembered it because it was like the side of the dragon egg was like, it wasn't a liquid, but it was like kind of like soft and malleable, kinda. It's hard to explain. It was really cool though. I hope they still make toys like that. That was the thing I was getting to. That was one of the coolest toys I ever had. Okay, so we are now very slowly making flying robot frames. I should probably do more than just these, huh? I think I will learn from my personal recommendation there and do precisely that. And while we have set up, I'm going to change it up a little bit because we can certainly do a heck of a lot better than that. This looks a little bit better. We're still kind of like yamming it here. A little bit. Can I move that up one more? The answer is I can move it up a lot more, but slightly inconvenient. Being said, I'm gonna do it anyways because I am crazy. I might go as far as saying I'm Laffy Taffy. A little bit wacky. But I am down to party, and that's something not a lot of people know about me. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm having a day. It's unfortunate, right? I'm really fired up to like accomplish some stuff, but I don't really know how to accomplish what I want to accomplish, you know? You ever have that in your life where you've like reached the I don't know if the decision's the right, but you've hit the point where you're like, I'd really like to like accomplish this specific goal, but how do you do it? Is it a tremendous amount of effort? Is it a tremendous amount of luck? How do you reach the goal that you want to accomplish? Am I getting too metaphysical here for a stream? Maybe. I've just been thinking about the future lately. Oh, are you too close? Am I too cringe? Say it ain't so. There you go, it's better. Alright, so we're going to do flying robot frames. Which are now good to go. These are very, very, very slow crafts, so I think 4 of them is probably fine. I could go more, but this is like... I'm not really using them for anything besides setting up bots. I didn't put down the red inserters yet. I'm glad it was not like a meaningful issue and was just a very rectifiable issue, because for a moment I was like, uh-oh. Something went really wrong. So we have 4 flying robot frame makers now. That's all you need to combine with these red and green circuits. So wouldn't you know it to be true? But we could do something kind of cool that I learned recently. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna just have one of each of these. did it backwards. Don't call me cringe, please. Yeah, I know it's not going to work for a sec, but give it a sec. There we go. So now I can continue my little mall over here. Kind of. I mean, I could do it even better, I think. Let's make this one the red one on the left. I'm gonna do some belt weaving or something. Gonna be sick, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's so sick. You probably won't say anything. You're a very good listener, though. Anyone ever tell you that? That's the green one. That's the red one. How do I do what I want to do? You know what? I'm being like ultra, double, triple, 360 no scope dumb. Actually, this is way simpler than I'm making it out to be. Actually, should I put a roboport here? Can they go to roboports from boxes? Probably not. I should probably have them output straight to a roboport. Oh, load-bearing power pole, my beloved. Thank you for keeping the factory running. And 07 to you. There we go. So now we should be able to just feed them the yummy goodies. I should take these steel boxes and just kind of like mash them in here. I need red and green to still come through here, though. I'm being really like obscene about this. Let me set this up normally again. Factory didn't need them that urgently. I was thinking that it did, but this factory's not doing too much right now. Kind of admiring the land. I have to grab more prayer potions soon. It's a shame. I don't think this can pull. If I make this slightly farther away, this will be like easy, but I kind of like having them adjacent. You know what? No. How do I do this? So this one needs red ones, right? So as soon as the green one is accessed, this like can just go all the way through. Appreciate the sip you redeemed tea. I'll drink to that. Make sure you're staying hydrated as well. Actually, I figured it out because I'm an ultra genius, unfortunately for everyone else. Miko, YouTube chat, Factorio Co. That's I'm the listen. I'm a listener. Wow, that's. My brain kind of struggled to get through that one. Thanks for being a good listener. Sorry for being a bad listener and also a bad speaker. It's real rough in my profession. This should be like GG, right? There we go, easy peasy. You're not bad, Daijobu. I mean, thanks. Smile. I am being ultra dent. There we go. I have a bunch of robot frames on me, yes? Is that where they all went when I was making the belt, or did we just not make any? We have a few. Alright, either way, now we are producing robots here, so we don't need to stress about that in the future. This place will populate its own robots very slowly over time because these are not the fastest. I will slam some speed modules in here. I'm sure our base can take it. I want to see you and your roommate do a seamless co-op Dark Souls 1 run. I'd be down for that. I'm sure my roommate would too. Okay, so we've unlocked Glebatorius Maximus, which is pretty exciting. I do want to go to Gleba, but there are a few other things I'd like to accomplish first. This is 2,000 metallurgic science, and I'm willing to bet we don't have that much stored up on novice, but I will take a look-see, because we might. Might have to look at a new iron ore patch sooner than later. What? I don't know. I don't know what happened here, why there's a requester chest with these that has never been activated. I don't know what would have possibly happened there. That happened. Okay, regardless. Wait, I could have done this like dramatically easier. I think I'm dumb. It came to me in a dream, right? It's called, there's an inserter that pulls slightly farther than the other inserters, right? So then you just like do this and it works. I know. It's pretty crazy. It's a little wacky, I'll even say. Either way, we are now producing some passive construction robots, which was the goal, which means this place is basically self-sufficient because we are passively producing boxes, bots, everything. So we should be able to take care of it from afar. So I think I'm comfortable to send myself back from here. Could set up automation for artillery while we're here. We did get metallic asteroid reprocessing amongst, as well as the other ones, I should say. Let us look at this. So this is calcite, tungsten plate, and radar for an artillery shell. And for the artillery itself, it is 60 tungsten plates, 10 processing units, 60 refined concrete, and 40 iron gear wheels. So they're not bad to make. I wonder if they're worth bringing to Gleba with me. Now, how many can you stack on a thing? 10. 10 per rocket is a little bit annoying. Since the stack size is 1, they're going to be really expensive. I'll probably go without them and just bring a tank. It'll be a lot less expensive. Surprised I'm successfully pickpocketing still, as I let everything completely fall off. I guess I didn't let everything, I just let light form fall off. We're back to pickpocketing, living our best life. Let's ship up cargo to the Radiant Starfarer. Have we made more of these miners? I'm sure we have. Can I click faster than an inserter goes? Oh, absolutely I can. Nope, they actually got like a chunk of them before I could. Inserters throw hands as it turns out. Oh, you know, I probably clicked it in and clicked it out really fast. Either way, we're getting a good chunk of big mining drills up there. We're getting some damage on Novice, but never enough to really bat an eye at. Our pollution, oh my god, when our factory's like running for a long time, look at that. Our cloud goes all the way back out. And even though we'd cleared pretty far out near these walls, the expansion has been dramatic and rapid, to put it lightly. Alright, so I think I'm going to drop all my stuff here and get on the Radiant Starfarer. I think that it's time to go. I could set up artillery now, but I don't really feel like it this second. I think I'd rather go back and work on the ship as I was initially thinking. So I am going to use a handful of steel chests, and I'm going to put all my stuff in it. I guess I should do storage chest, actually. Storage chests have the downside of the bots will stick random crap in them as well, but it's fine. I'm going to turn off my personal logistics because holy cow, you guys are quick. This is my normal roboport that I bring with me traditionally, so I will bring this one along. For my normal armor, I guess. Power Armor Mark II. Oh, we're so slow now. Oh, we don't have any modules in those beacons, which means they're not doing anything. All of my modules are... You know what? I'm going to just copy this and paste these. I believe that they're deliberately taking beacons and putting them somewhere else. Where are you requested? Ah, okay, for making drills. That's okay. I think drills are nice to make. I want more of them. I also would like to bring some of them with me to Gleba, but I don't think we need many, like 10 at most. But having them replace the current doodads would be a nice boon for us as well. I'd like to do one more stack of drills, or at least like a good chunk of them being drills. Wait, I guess if I put the science in there, it'll go on its own. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just use filters on all of these so they won't enable my armor one at a time. One per rocket, which is totally okay. Deliver the rest of the science to the Radiant Starfarer. Trying to think if there are other researches we want to grab. I'm thinking stronger explosives might not be a terrible idea if we bring rockets over to Gleba. You know what, sure, we'll just send it. It's just one of those researches that doesn't really seem to take that long. I don't know if we'll use rockets or not, but we might. If it affects rocket turrets, which I think it might later on, it affects rockets at least. Assuming rocket turrets use rockets, that's not going to be so bad. We'll have later dividends. I've never used rocket turrets before, but they seem fun, so I'm going to operate under the firm belief that they'll be an enjoyable experience. Okay. How do you already have some metallurgic science on you? We will deliver my armor up there as well. Then we will deliver my me, and then we are going to go back to Novice. There's still more we can do here, but thankfully, like, because of where we're at... Are you not in Rebelport range? You are. I'm surprised that you're not doing this yet. I guess something else has a priority on the speed modules. Must be a requester chest for something. It is a requester chest for the assembling machines. That's fine. That's not a big deal. We're only going to need one more rocket till we can go, and it'll fill up over time. It's just because most of the assembling machines are in this box over here. At least a good chunk of them are. Next rocket I'm going to hop on. We're going to ride it back to Novice. And we'll just have the Starfarer, like, casually pick up science. I don't know why I've been struggling to have the Starfarer, like, actually collect the science, though. It doesn't have any requests right now, so I guess that's probably why. We'll add a request for... Okay, cool. So we're going to travel to the space platform ourselves now, which is the yay. We're getting off Vulcanus, but I think we did pretty good on Vulcanus. Going to remove the filters from these. I just didn't want them to fill it up as I was hopping in. I probably should have just made a second silo. It would have been really easy to do. There's no chance of our base being attacked. We will eventually need to deal with a higher need for tungsten ore, but there's some on the west side there that we had revealed, so that'll be our solution. We're also, like, barely touching the calcite. Okay, we're landing on the Starfarer. There we are, our little happy capsule. We're going to, assuming we have our fuel, which I believe we do, certainly do, we're going to travel back to Novice. And then we will drop off ourselves while we fuel up. And I'm going to also pause the thrust once we get there, because I want to work on the ship. Maybe, I don't know. I want to work on this one so that it fuels faster. That's a big thing. And I think it'll be a really easy fix. I think we just need to extend it out forward more. And make it so it can do better asteroid processing, because there's always something that it falls behind on. And clearly reprocessing is the answer. Surprised surprised at how efficiently gun turrets work. They do work very efficiently. Alright, and we've arrived here very quickly. Look at that, we like run out of fuel as we arrive. We're going to pause our thrust now. We are going to launch down our sciences, our armor, and our us. Trying to think about the artilleries, because artilleries are obviously quite strong. It's just very inconvenient for us right now because of how few of them we can fit on a rocket. Obviously we can use them to blow up, oops, sorry. Obviously we can use them to blow up a few of the worms. But they weren't that hard to fight otherwise. However, we've landed back on Novice for the first time in quite a long time, but it is nice to be here regardless. The heck? Oh. We just have a boatload of extra science sitting in a box because I didn't filter things properly. Oops, but so it goes. So we have our power armor, which we have equipped it, as well as a bunch of mining drills, which I think I'm going to go layer over here. There's some odds and ends, but I think as soon as we turn on our personal logistics, we'll be back in business. I think I'd also like to put a few more exoskeletons into here. It's nice to be back on Novice, though. But I'm thinking I'm going to go redo the mines first and foremost with these fancier drills. I should have brought more. 80's definitely not going to be enough. You know what I'll do? The one thing I wish I could do, which I can't figure out how to do, is like have it so that the silo will only accept items that the rocket specifically wants, you know? Although I guess we can put it to the test now to see how well this works from afar. We will do a requester chest here and then an inserter, and then we'll ask this to request 20 of these. Oh, you're taking mine. Well, it's working well. It's working well enough, at least. Alright, so looks like we've gotten all of our requests except for pipe to ground, which I guess we don't have pipe to ground set up in boxes currently. I would like to make those 2 extra exoskeletons before we go waddle over there. That takes steel pipes, electric engine units, processing units, or steel plate, excuse me. I should probably try to make them with quality modules just to see if they pop out, so I will do that as well while we are here. Maybe most of this is like accessible. I don't remember what we have in boxes here. I will do a requester chest and then steel plate. 20 of them. We don't have steel plates in boxes, although that one's pretty easy to do. As there's steel plates like a few feet away. I don't remember what else it was. Crap. Let's see. Blue circuits and then electric engine units. Blue circuits. Boom. Electric engine units. Boom. Then we will mash a bunch of quality modules into there. I guess I only have quality 1s on me. It would have been nice to do it with 2s, but 1s are fine. Candace is still missing those, but that's fine. It'll get them eventually. A little bit annoying to have it flash constantly. Nobody puts Gooby in the corner but me. I believe we only want 2 of these. We want 2 of them. We've gotten our 2, and unfortunately none of them were what we wanted. But now we can take the excess stuff that we don't want, and the bots will take care of it. I'm thinking that 2 portable fission reactors should be plenty. This way I don't need to rely on cars or stuff. I can just walk over with my fancy robot legs. All, 12 of them. Probably nice when fighting pentapods as well. Which is what we're going to have to focus on next. You know, I kind of thought my bots would go, but now I realize I don't have any bots. Which means the great bot migration is probably going to come over. What are they doing? What? Why are you making so many cargo landing pads for? Dick, that wasn't intentional. Well, we have a bunch of cargo landing pads now, I guess. I don't remember having that set up. Can the bots not see down here? Aw, man. Heckin' unfork knife. They can almost reach at least. Can't believe I don't need bots on me. I guess it's fine as long as we have other bots to do it. Oh, now every bot in the universe can see it. The bot migration. There they go. We'll pick up the iron mine and we'll replace it with the big mining drills. The really big benefit of them is they have reduced resource drain, which is why I kind of want to set them up sooner than later. Like, they're nice on their own, don't get me wrong. There's nothing like wrong with them. But the fact that they'll make the patches last longer makes me very happy. Makes me mucho happy-o. This is not necessarily like the best distribution for them, but it should be just fine. The important thing is saving our resources, and whatever the heck's going on with these deck and splitters is gonna kind of chill a little bit. Thankfully the iron train's not here either, so we're not really seeing the downsides of this. This whole spaghettiing that I'm doing. But as soon as it gets here, oh, that's suboptimal. Oh no, say it ain't so. I will not, in fact. Oh, here we go. This is real awkward. What the heck was I doing here? Guess I'll just have these both go into here. This is like a whole, like, a lot. Alright, whatever, that's fine. That way these two will fill this side, this one will finish that side. Because, like, these are like, that's fine, don't worry about it. It's cool. You're overthinking it. I can see how I started the spaghetti before now. It's all making sense to me suddenly. I didn't totally get it, but now I get it. Okay, let's connect this to power so these start drilling. We apparently forgot to line up several of them. Also run out of crystal masks, so let's put that back on while we have a moment. I'm going to use my upgrade planner. Oh, you know, I don't have my upgrade planner. Where the heck is my upgrade planner? It must be over by the silo in the northwest. That's what it is. I wish I could put in a request for that specifically, or like my blueprint book. I think it's time. I mean, I could just make a new one really quick. Upgrade. Red to blue. Red to blue. Boom. Call an upgrade for this. I'll go do that. I apparently did not do what I wanted to do, though, which is a little bit unfork knife. Is it the end of the world? Perhaps not. Okay, so now those will take care of that. So this mine is now depleting slower. We have Iron Mine 2 all the way down there. How many did this take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh god, we're ripping through them. I think we'll send the Starfarer back as soon as it's good to go. Let's work on it now. At least we got one of our patches a little bit improved. But for the second, I want to go and upgrade it so that the Starfarer can make its trips faster, basically. Which is going to take a little bit more space and taking advantage of the, what the heck's it called? Reprocessing, I think is the word. Reprocessing. I'm just doing fringe text for the sake of doing them. I don't know if fringe is the right word, but text that I wasn't necessarily going to take advantage of the second, but I think it's nicer to have done than to not have done. We were coming over here to look for the rocket silo. I mean, look at the rocket silo, I guess, which is up here somewhere, because it probably has a box with my blueprint book in it if I were to take a guess at it. This does look like the stuff I would have had on my person before leaving. There's my blueprint book. I have other blueprints in here, but I'm thinking that, like, this is fine. It's just random stuff, kind of, at that point. We also don't have weapons, but I don't think we need one. I will grab a submachine gun just for the sake of having a weapon that I don't think is necessary at this exact juncture. Like the destroyer up there has a little shadow. We're not out of prayer potions in RuneScape, so I think next time we fail a pickpocket, I'm gonna go grab some of those really quick because I didn't have that many when I started this time. We're storing hella uranium fuel cells, though, you gotta admit. Okay, so I want to improve the Starfarer. To accomplish that, what do I need to do? I need to make it bigger. I guess I should have saved over by the ship. I should have brought way more drills. I was thinking that like 80 or so would have been enough to do like a crazy amount of upgrades, but no. I was super wrong. Okay, let's just stay over here for now. Let's look at the Starfarer. Do we want to upgrade the Starfarer? Yes, but I don't think the Starfarer is going to be our Gleba ship. I think we're going to make a whole new ship altogether for Glebatorius Maximus. I think we will start by expanding out the north side so that we have more space in general. Okay, so I'm going to cut this and just save it as a blueprint there. Alright. Our ship is now officially under construction and should not be sent anywhere under threat of very imminent destruction. So what I will do is I will copy this and I will just expand out our ship. Okay, cool. So it is going to fill that up and it is going to request it as it needs it. So we're good for now to focus on expanding it. But what are we going to do with the expansion is the big question. And gosh, I don't have an answer yet. I don't even know how much I want to expand it. Perhaps this will be enough space. Can we move that? No, it looks like that's just kind of locked in, which is totally fine. We need another layer of reprocessing. The idea is that we want it so that like we're never wanting carbon, you know? So we have our original design. Honestly, it might even be able to stay here. So this one takes in the respective ones, outputs the duplicate ones. Let me put this down so we can think. So with this, how do we make the reprocessing work? Actually, you know what we need to do in the meantime while we're thinking about this is we need to send up a few more crushers. I don't know how many crushers though. LDS, electric engine unit, and steel plates. Steel plates. LDS. Surely there are electric engine units somewhere. They're right here in front of my prying eyes. I don't understand how to do this, so I think the best thing to do is just send up 3 crushers and then try to figure it out on the go. I will once more do researches up until like they're like either a science we don't have or they go infinite, just to have them done. I think removing them from the log's a good idea. It is stressing the factory, but Novice has been chilling for a long time. It's time for them to put in some work. That is until a wall breaks, and then we'll start panicking. Okay, so I'm producing some crushers, which we will put into here. I'll craft them kind of slowly. I should have definitely put them as a, that's what I'm looking for, into a machine to go for some quality on them, but I did not because I am a dumb McIdiot head. It's very unfortunate, but sometimes you learn it at the most inopportune time. Well, looks like we did run out of prayer potions on RuneScape, so I'm going to go run over to the bank. Just while I'm doing this, it'll be like a side thing, so we won't be pickpocketing for a little bit. Not the end of the world. Look at this Starfarer. It's getting more girth to it, and we've successfully sent up the crushers. So let's figure it out. So if we put down this crusher, right? The recipe will produce 40% of itself, 20% of something extra, and 20% of the other something extra. So it has a 1 in 5 chance, or I guess a 1 in 5 chance of destroying itself, a 2 in 5 chance of being itself, and then a 1 in 5 chance to be one, and then a 1 in 5 being the other. So it might just be gone, which is not the most ideal. However, it kind of balances out because when you process it, it spits out an extra 1 and a 1 in 5 chance, so I guess it becomes fine. Now, we don't have control over what it will produce, but we do have all the setups for being fine with, like, its outputs. I always stress this when we see damage. So we have everything and all the wiring and stuff on these belts already. This is all good. These can stay the same. This should be just fine unless we change our downstream, which we might consider doing as well. I don't know if we will or not. It might be that without the shortages, it might be much better. So let us look at the Factoriopedia. Let's go back to our space stuff and let's look for space route from Novice to Vulcanus. It looks like the most rare thing by a lot is the oxide, followed by the carbonic one. And I noticed that the carbonic was what was giving us the most issues. So I'm going to say that if we set up an iron to carbonic, it may be even an iron to, what do you call it? Oxide, that's the word we're looking for. I don't think we want any more collectors. How do we want to do this? So I need to put a bunch of turrets on the front, right? It's kind of a given. There's no question about that. Whoops. I mean, I can make the ship slightly more pointed, I guess. Maybe it'll give it a more, like, ship-like design, but that wasn't the intent. We have our walls available to us. I mean, I like how this looks, actually. It looks quite nice. Probably want 2 layers of walls just in case things go wrong. Maybe. I don't think we ran 2 layers before, but it's probably better to be safe than sorry on that one. Did make it to the village. Give me just one moment. We will grab just a bunch of prayer potions. Prayer potions get, then we will drink one of them now. Get some Christmas wrapping paper because we've been good this year. I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to flip it horizontally. Apply it right here. You need some more walls, which we should be sure to send up. Do have walls in boxes, which is a nice treat. I was gonna say we're getting the good Factorio music, but all the Factorio music is good, so I'd be a little bit disingenuous if I said that. Just getting back to the goobies while these walls are arriving. Alright, the walls have arrived. I'll take 50 of them. I'll put 50 up there. That way it has like a few extra in case something goes like really, really, really wrong. In addition, I will send up some more of this goop. We will deliver cargo to the Radiant Starfarer. Should be enough walls for now, hopefully. Look at the Radiant Starfarer again. Do we have any extra solar panels on here? We don't. Certainly have some available. Any other researches we can do? It looks like straight to science source. We can do atomic bomb. I mean, it needs 5,000 space science. So it'll probably... I mean, we have plenty of space science. It's just the other stuff that I don't know if we have it buffered enough. We will queue up atomic bomb and see how it does. It should take a long time to finish, though, and it does look like it will be a long time. But may as well have it going if we want to do it eventually. Now is certainly the time while we're working on something else. Let's look back at the Radiant Starfarer. That's something we need to consider is we want to send up more solar panels, period. I think what I'm going to do is send up as many as I can in 1 rocket, which is going to be 50, because it takes only a single spot, and having it up there so that we can bring it to... I mean, I don't know if we're going to use this to go to Gleba or not, to be honest with you. I might just shoot them back down, but it takes 1 spot anyways, and we might use a bunch of them, and I might just layer them in open spots we have in the final design, because I might change up a few things. My concern is that we don't produce ammo quickly enough, but also we don't produce enough power. The nice thing about this ship is as it goes to Vulcanus, the solar panels are like kunkin and bunkin. They're extremely strong. Conversely, if we bring it to Gleba, which we're not going to with the Starfarer, we're going to make a whole new ship. Then we lose out on a lot of that power because it's 50% solar panel efficiency. So something we need to consider when faced with such a thing. I talk a big game for someone who doesn't exactly know what they're doing, don't I? So, should we have 2 of these reprocessing meteoric, you think? Or I keep saying meteoric. Metallic? Should we just have 1? Clearly the thing that's super excessive here... Let me look at the other things in the Factoriopedia. Is it always going to be the same thing that we're reprocessing? Oh gosh, I'm getting lost in the sauce. There's space. It's just metallic is just like so common. Oh my goodness. Vulcanus to Gleba, though, is a completely different experience. Okay, so it just seems like if you're going from Novice, iron is very big, so a ship that goes to Novice will want to reprocess iron into other things. Makes sense to me. It's just what's popular in the air around Novice. Novice is very dense with it. So let's just try 1 for now, I guess. Our outputs will be through here. I assume these went back down. That makes sense for where they would have gone. Now, can I put this here is an interesting question. I guess if I put it here, it would only really kick in... wait a minute. Wow, wait a minute. If I put it here, it'll only kick in when excess iron is made. This might not be the most efficient thing in the world, but I kind of like this design without like throwing everything else we've done away and having it be simple, you know? Because every time an iron is processed, we have a 1 in 5 chance of spitting out an extra iron. And if it spits out, that extra iron, instead of going back into the system, immediately gets reprocessed here. What we want to do is this instead. Yeah, because it'd be going the wrong side. We don't have enough blue belts, so I'll need to send some up, and I'll do that right now. Oh, it's automatically sending them. It's like, why is it not ready? So then... we can move our turrets back up here like they were before. Can you do flamethrower turrets in space? That's an interesting prospect. I think I'll put another line of wall like I was thinking about doing before. I can't remember if I had it before, but I think it's like a solid idea. Mainly on the front. I can't imagine the side needs quite as much love. We're a few walls shy, so I think I'll send up a few more walls as well. Drink some prayer potions in RuneScape. Get my booty back to stealing some stuff. Sent up some efficiency modules. Maybe we'll find those to be, you know, useful, I should say. Certainly not where I want this to go. We might need more inserters too if we add more guns, but I don't know if we need more guns. We might just be fine with how the front goes. Okay, so now we have our sushi belt again. How did we have it before so that they... Wait, how the heck did we have it before so that the thing goes into here? I don't remember. Surely it wasn't that complex. Was it just a an inserter grabbing those specific things off? Clearly we were... Oh, okay. I totally see what it was. Never mind. It was this. Like, how the heck did I do that before? Quite simple, actually. You just simply do it. Okay, and we will move this up as well. Then that is reintroduced there. We're now out of inserters as well, which means we certainly don't have a bunch of extra guns. I think what I'm going to do is cut back on these guns and move them up a little bit. And hope that that's enough. It might not be. This might be me kind of stretching my resources a little bit too thin. If that's the case, so be it. We'll have to deal with the consequences later. And the consequences will be quite dire if I am stretching myself too thin, so we will need to rectify it, but it might be fine. That's kind of what I'm thinking on right now. The bright side of this is we now have a lot of space for more power. I don't know if this will be enough, you know? It might still be quite slow with only one crafter of each. I could copy the whole design a little bit, but it's so snug in there that it'd be tough to do. The ship definitely won't go without power. Oh, we're actually one inserter down, which surprises me, actually. Oh no, that doesn't surprise me at all. Surprises me if I don't think about it, then when I start to think about it, it starts making a lot of sense. I'm gonna send... This is almost certainly gonna be a bad idea. I don't know why I'm setting them like this. I'm going to send a few beacons up to the Starfarer. I'm going to see if I can fit beacons specifically on the production of the fuel. We might still fall behind, unfortunately, but I'm thinking beacons might help. Particularly on this ship. Because this ship can benefit from solar panels extremely hard. And does benefit from solar panels extremely hard. That did fill up quite quick. Have you processed many yet? You've done 12, which is not a crazy amount. Oh, I never connected this, but I don't want to connect this. I'm going to have to send up one more inserter. Which is admittedly... Wait, I don't have to actually send up another inserter, do I? Aw. I'm gonna just put it back in the system and let it loop around like before. I'll be totally fine. Something I do have to do, however, is flush out... Oh, do I already have a flush set up for this? I don't see it, but I also don't see any of the ore I've picked up kind of floating around, so I must have set up a flush for it somewhere, but no, there's literally no inserters coming in here. So I don't know where the extra metallic stuff I just picked up went, unless it just gets destroyed because it's like a generic material. Yeah, because it's not still there. So then the ice goes back into the system. I'm going to send this to Vulcanus. Actually, I'm going to probably send down the extra crushers. I'll just leave them up there for now. I'm going to send this to Vulcanus, and I want to see how it does. Specifically on the damage front, I'm a little concerned it'll take too much damage now. It's heavier, so it's going to be a little bit slower now as well. So we stopped producing water because we don't have enough ice, but that'll change very quickly, hopefully. Turrets have begun. We do have a buffer for bullets more now, so that could be its own saving grace. Looks like we're not taking damage. We're getting quite close to arriving. Plenty of bullets left around. A huge flow of resources, which we are certainly taking advantage of. And we've arrived. With plenty of ammo to spare. My concern, too, is that we might not have enough iron ore. We have so much iron ore. It is not a problem. We have an excess of it. Just one of these crushers is plenty. I could set up other ones crushing the iron earlier on as well. How many do we have so far? Of 31. So you're actually starting to get some. You only had like 12 before I last checked. Okay, so checking these for fuel, the reason they're not filling up that quickly is because our thrusters fill first. And now, at least once we arrive, there's so many things on the belt that it fills very quickly. Seems like we can sustain the power just fine as well. The ammo doesn't seem to be a real problem. Gosh, we could barely keep up with how much iron ore comes through with the stack inserter putting them off. I didn't realize we ran out of prayer points. I also didn't realize 109 thieving. That's pretty cool. They called me a thief because I forgot to pray and then I wasted runes. That's so awkward. Oof. I'm a thief and an idiot. Okay, so the biggest issue is going from to and fro takes up like an entire container of thruster fuel, and we don't produce it the most fast. It's not the end of the world, but with this reprocessor, I think we do end up... I mean, actually, we'll have to see, because now we're getting through all the stuff on the belts. How many have you reprocessed? 47. So you're definitely getting use. But do we want to put it earlier in the line? Maybe I could... Because this is only pulling from here. I could move it so that it pulls from this part of the belt too. That would make dramatically more. I mean, hold on, let me try that instead. This will process dramatically more iron is my one concern. It's just going to nab everything available. It will nab it after the primary iron crusher, which has never been, like, struggling. I wonder if a productivity module in here would be a good idea. Nope, it's not an intermediary, so it cannot be used. This has already made 15. Our iron looks just fine. I don't think I have to overthink it. I think the iron will be okay regardless. But we have become messed up on ice, which seems to be our limit. No, I guess we're not messed up on ice because there's a buffer of the water in there still. This seems to have 100% uptime now. It's just slow because we only have one of each. We speed it up, we'll obviously have more. Or if we have more, we'll obviously speed it up. Gosh, everything's getting all mixed up in my little peanut brain. I think it's probably fine. What I do want from Volcanus right now, though, is some clown car stuff. I just want to fill these bad boys with miners and bring them over. Big mining drills are so nice. Alright, whatever, we'll deliver it. There's no reason to not have some science on there as well. I feel like there's got to be a better way to do it. Because it's not requesting science successfully. Like, I want science, and then it doesn't get it. I guess it's... Maybe I'm just not smart enough. Maybe that's my problem. Oh, you know, my roommate kind of explained this to me. But, that's good that we figured this out. Okay, initially I thought you couldn't put different qualities of science, but I figured out how to do it. So, that's cool. I'm going to also make a request in the Starfarer to pick up... Man, that's very logical. It looks like you can't select more than one, but you just have to change the quality before you do it. Want way more than 100. How about 200 of those drills? There we go. I was being dumb with it before, but I figured it out. So now it should just naturally load drills or whatever onto it whenever it has time to. I'm going to remove the filter from this and then copy it over so that they'll just fill it with whatever, so hopefully some drills will go into it. Now, we've been on Volcanus for a long time. We haven't finished our bullets yet. And I guess they are still producing basically at full capacity. I was going to say maybe we're eating too much of our iron, but I think we're just still fine. We could add a few more asteroid collectors, and that might be like it. I don't know. If we stick them too close to the edge up here, I think we'll get conked. Maybe one more right here and right here. I think that's what we'll do. I'm gonna make 2 more asteroid collectors, and I think that'll probably fix everything. So it's 5 processing units and 20 LTS. I destroyed a load-bearing power pole that has made it so that my copper base, or my copper mine, no longer gets copper, which is real heckin' unfortunate. However, we figured it out, which is, I guess, a nice boon. Now, a kindly robot should go over and fix that, assuming that we have large power poles, and we do. Look at the little robot right there. And then we should proceed to successfully not get conked, which is good. You don't want to be conked. The entire base just doesn't have copper, and that is so rough. I wish I figured that out sooner. That means we're also going to be kind of low on LDS. Oh no, we have a buffer box of them. Not much of them though. Oh, does that mean all my circuits turned off? Slurp some of these blue circuits before I go look at the damage. Yup. No, it's my least favorite thing to see turn off in the base. That's fine. 2 more asteroid collectors. It should be fixed now. Yeah. Cargo inventory fills extremely fast now, too. Now that the inserters can actually do that and the miners can actually mine. Alright, let's go put 2 cargo thingies, but obviously we can't deliver it quite yet. How's the Starfarer doing? I think I have it on auto. It has the 25k of 1. Interestingly enough, it filled up 1 over the other. So yeah, we're definitely consuming way more copper or iron than before, excuse me. So I don't know if this is actually the solution or not. I think with the, because like, look at all these asteroid bits we're just not getting. They're just impacting with us. I'm going to send the Starfarer back home now, I think. Although, I'm confused. Why aren't you requesting this anymore? I thought we had it working, but now it doesn't seem to be working. Because it has a request for all of these, it's just not shooting them up automatically. Interesting you can do read speed and damage taken, that's cool. Automatic request from space platform. Why wouldn't you just deliver this on your own? I don't get it. Doesn't matter. Not important. Let me just bring up some more drills so that I can replace all of the drills on Novice, because that's something I want to do before going to Gleba. Just so we don't have to do like a big like mine expansion, you know, part way through. Not that I think we'll have to. We don't need that much stuff. Oh, I was like, why aren't we researching atomic bomb? Did we run out of a science because of the copper? It's probably like red or green or something. It's red. I knew it. Thankfully, oh my god, our copper belts are looking heckin' nice. We do have to suffer the consequences of our actions, which is a little bit of ramp up for the base. We just did a research that is extremely long, unfortunately. So we will be suffering the consequences of an even longer one. In the meantime, this one's delivering on its own. Alright, whatever. If you're working, you're working. I don't understand you, rocket ship. Fancy rocket man. But if you work, you work. I reckon trains are quick now. Oh, are you finally running on rocket fuel? You are running on rocket fuel. Explains why you're so fast. Took a very long time for it to get through. It looks like maybe all of them are running on rocket fuel and they've decided that's better. Nope, this one's still running solid fuel. How's the uranium doing? It's like just fine. Oh, we've actually gone. Oh my god, we're producing so much uranium fuel cells. I just wanted to process through most of this 238. I can't tell if we're actually making a number on it or not. I feel like we must be. Maybe we should have done several Cobra Rexes, regardless of it. We can process some of it into bullets as well, which might not be a bad idea, because Gleba is very violent. Kind of getting lost in the sauce here. I've been just trying to load up big mining drills currently, which the Starfarer has almost another 80 of. I think that might be enough to... It's like 25 per one. I think I have 50 now. So that's 2 of them. So if we have another 80, that's another 3 of them. That's 5 mines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mines total. We have 1 of them recovered. So this should be fine now. I'm going to just send the Starfarer back home now. I was gonna say, I don't know if we have full fuel. We definitely do have full fuel. I could also, like, pull back on some of the thrusters, but I like how it looks now, so it's kind of like a deciding factor to not want to change it. I really like this thruster design. It's probably like something that most people come up with naturally, but it just looks so cool. Yeah, I'm thinking that's our solution, because there's a lot of stuff we're not grabbing. We could be processing way more stuff. I think I'm undervaluing the asteroid processors. So I'd like to send these up to there. I'm going to just send up these 2 to the Starfarer, because that's the main thing I want to change, though I think we would have needed 2 more inserters, too, thinking about this critically. But maybe I should not have done that. Fit it on quick. No, it's too late. Fortunately, I've been deemed wasteful, and now Fix-It will get rid of me. Just remember me for who I was, not who I am, or something. Have any modules on the Starfarer that are just sitting there? Not any speed modules. I'll send some speed modules up as well. Okay. So on the Starfarer, I want to place this more towards the front, but not too far to the front. I think we'll put it right over here. I will just copy this design. And then paste it right hither, flip it horizontally, paste it right hither. It will be getting its 2 fast inserters, I think. Did I send those up? There they are. We could turn on filters for these 2, which is also interesting. I don't think it's worth it, though. I think it's better to have like a design like this where everything gets filtered around. I could have them focus specific things, but it's very hard to tell on which direction which ones are going to come. This is less symmetrical now, which does kind of irritate the heck out of me. Do you think we should go for 1 more? Probably not, right? I think that's unnecessary. I think just having them near the front where all these things are exploding is a good idea. Although they can't see that far forward. It would be so nice if we could have one safely on the front, but I think that that's very, very dangerous. It would be a crazy amount of influx. But now, like, there is some missing area here, but I don't think it'll be that important. But I think most of the ship is covered, except for this frontal area. Shame we can't show, like, all of them at once. Maybe if I hold one, it's fine. Kind of like how you can see bullets. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. It would be so much cooler if we could put one towards the front, though. What if we do this instead? I like that a lot more, but that is like approaching the danger zone, you know? I feel like there's a chance of this getting hit. Not a very high chance, but a chance of it being hit. However, this will benefit a lot more by getting a good chunk of this area. See, they can grab some from the front here. I like that a lot more. And they're spaced a lot more appropriately as well. I don't think they're perfect. I think they're like 1 or 2 off, which is going to kind of drive me crazy. Yeah, they're certainly 1 or 2 off. I think it's 2 or 3 actually. We're not pickpocketing anymore because our crystal mask has fallen off, so let us drink some prayer potions, crystal mask, and go back to the Gooby. We still end up a little bit behind the 8 ball in producing water, but usually we just have such a buffer of water that water is not holding us back, so I assume it's fine since we get a bunch of it back. Although it is interesting that we're not producing any of the iron. We make so little of it. Like, this is nice to pick up the other side, but I don't know. I feel like we produce so much more, I think we produce so much more when we're over Volcanus. Is the solution just make another storage tank? I know that sounds kind of dumb. I've been kind of wrapping my head on what to do to fix this in a way that's satisfying to me before moving on to making the next ship. But maybe it's just simple enough to work. Because I think that much of what we gain is from when we go to the planet with a more dense atmosphere with the larger ones. We have the tiny ones, we get very little when we're above Novus, but if we have a really big buffer and then have our belt like mostly full of stuff, it could also reduce the quantity required, or I guess increase the quantity required to expel stuff on the ship or do something else about that. I don't know the solution, but that's kind of the fun of this kind of game. You kind of gotta free ball it until it starts making sense. Oh yes, let us extradite, or extricate, I don't know the right word for it, those mining drills off of here. And then we will set up these storages. I'm gonna put one. Can they barely not fit? They can fit, but it's not pretty. No, they kind of can't. So they kind of can, though. But like I said, it's not pretty. Just kidding, it's ultra pretty. So here's the thing. I don't know if this actually like fixes the problem or not. The ship will do a check. So the ship will still do a check for if there's 25k in this tank specifically. Which will do the same thing. It'll basically have to check to see that both these are full before it goes. The bright side of this is that we'll have an excess, but does that really get us anything? What does this get us? I guess technically I could put a timer on it and have it travel. I guess a sense of pride and accomplishment. What I'm currently getting out of this. Once the bullets fully back up, it also produces the everything dramatically quicker. Can I productivity module bullets? You can productivity module. Oh no, those aren't bullets. Those are iron doohickeys. That makes sense. I mean, might be able to just go Laffy Taffy on a bunch of speed modules, but that still doesn't really solve our problem either. You just get so little of the requisite materials when above this part of the universe. Is there anything else we want to take off here really quick? Let's take off the science. I think I need to get better at making it so that, like, this will be automated. I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to learn right now, is how I can get this ship to turn into a fully functional science delivery machine, or one that'll deliver, like, the miners and things like that. I'm new to this kind of thing, you know? I'm gonna send it off for now. It has 25 more turrets on it, so I could also set up way more turrets if there's any issues. Because when it's traveling through space, I mean, if we make it slower in space, it'll actually produce way more materials too, right? There's a crap load of things, unless it's based on how quick you're going, and that's how many things spawn in. But, like, look, normally a bunch that we're losing on the front, we're currently getting. These backwards ones aren't going to get much of anything, if at all. But we're getting ones that may have normally crashed on our ship, which is good. Now the backwards ones are getting some use too, so I feel good about that. The damage seems to be good. Into Crystal Mask. Pickpocket Gooby Scavenger. It's now arrived. We rip through ammo. We really do. But now we have like a tremendous amount of asteroid chunks on the belts. I think what we want to do is set up a circuit condition. I don't know what to make it. How can we have this consume less? I have an idea. I want to have this look and see when like one of these two is not working, you know? How do I do that? I could have it... read this belt's contents as well. We have this enable disable based on that. I could have the exact same thing, where that'll only disable when there's so much, you know, ice in a specific spot. Actually, we can hook it up to the bullets. That's what we'll do. We'll prioritize bullets. But I'm going to have this connect to the belt. I'm going to have it read the belt contents and hold all belts. I'm going to have it enable disable when the quantity of bullets on the belt... Sorry, ammo. Not called ammo? What the heck is it called? Magazine. Sorry. Okay. Oh no! Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. This I want to enable disable. Based on that's interesting how that works. So I wonder if I could use that. And I want to figure out how many bullets, because we're going to consume bullets here too. I don't want this to chunk through any until our bullet count is good looking, you know? And then it will start to just take like as many as it can. I could put more speed modules in here. It's really hard to figure this specific part out for me. I don't know why. I've been struggling with it. Our power is fine with more speed modules. The benefit of this stuff is that we get these chunks. We get like a good chunk of them. Because we have the medium ones, they seem to give a lot more of the resources that we can benefit from. I do like that this can grab from the front of the ship so we're not losing as much materials. I'd like it even more if we could have like a one just sticking out here, but I'd be nervous about getting hit. It might just be fine. I'm being a weenie about it, because that would improve our intake dramatically. But we lose a lot to the front of the ship. I think I'll just let this sit for a bit to see when the bullets are like saturated. Although, man, we produce bullets way too slow. That's really the conclusion I've reached, is we don't make enough bullets. Which surprises me a little bit. I mean, we could set up more beacons, but I think that like we're getting in the... I don't know if uncanny valley is the right term for it, but we're getting to like a very dangerous level of like slam down a beacon and pray, you know, and this is going to be eating a lot of power with this many beacons and furnaces. It might be fine here, but it might just turn off when it gets to novice, basically, you know? What did we run out of? Why did we fail a pickpocket? Did I misclick or something? I guess we can redo our crystal mask, but we haven't been pickpocketing for some reason. The ammo production's looking better, but it's still just so slow. When we're here, it seems like we produce a crazy excess of iron. I could very well scale out the iron production, though I'm a little bit reluctant to do so. I really wish I could move this platform hub thing. That'd be so convenient to be able to move that. I could move the iron production. I was really hoping that 4 would have been fine for smelting, but it seems to be way too slow. Oh my god, these have made 20,000 each. These must have been the OG ones. That's crazy. Or maybe those just make more because of how the iron ends up. But see, while we're here, even without the reprocessing, everything just looks beautiful when we're floating over Volcanus. It's just when we get to Novice it gets kind of bad. So maybe this is more of a band-aid for Novice, because Novice has such a low amount for now? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter as much on Volcanus. How many bullets go on this? Only 360 right now. Guessing we'll be closer to 500 because this part's very empty. Alright, let's just let that do its thing for now. Okay. Our pollution cloud's looking kind of gnarly. Glad we fixed the big copper drought of 42. And I'm also glad that our copper throughput and everything is so good now that, like, even when everything turns off, it comes back together. I really just admire this circuit stack. I don't know why. It's my pride and joy of the base by far. I'm having Factorio paralysis, I think, you know? I don't know how to fix my problem. I guess it's not really that much of a problem, as long as I put in the rules. Why? Okay, let's make it... So this is sitting above Volcanus right now. It's requesting the science, and it says not enough to fill 1 rocket. So, what does that mean for me? Let's look at Volcanus. So it has a bunch of random crap in it. Is that to say that it will... Automatically fill a request from local logistic network to fill... What if I click this? Then what do you do? Is that the solution? Automatically request supplies from the logistic network to fulfill requests from the space platforms in orbit. Is that what it is? I just need to get rid of all this stuff and then just like leave them in the chests. Like, do these even need to be requester chests? Is it just if it's in a chest it'll work? Have I been overthinking it with these chests that like feed into this thing? Yeah, it's just, it's looking at the Starfarer, seeing I want these, and then it's requesting them. I'm gonna bring this down to 100 instead of 200. And I'll do 500 of each science. I guess I'll only do 100 of the fancy ones. I don't even think we have 100 rare sciences available to stick into it right now. Oh, we got 23. I just want to set it up so this thing will automatically drop off science and stuff. Interesting, it says 0 available on planet. Okay, so on Vulcanus, it has a ship. Preparing a rocket for launch, it has one up. And now it sees the next... So that was what my problem was? I just needed bots to do it instead? Okay, look. Great. I don't know why this works instead of my boxes. I guess because bots can read better than hands can. Awesome. That is great. So now... I guess I will put this up to 1,000. Because 1,000 is one rocket. I want to see what they do. I guess the satisfaction is 0. What is custom minimum able to do? Override the minimum amount of items delivered by a single rocket to a lower value. My roommate is like super obsessed with quality. I feel like getting quality on a rocket's a lot more of a pain in the butt than But quality science is nice. Don't let me talk it down. Our SPM is going down. Why is that? We've run out of yellow science. Because... we run out of engine units because... honestly, we're just making a lot of engine units. It takes a lot of yellow science. We had a buffer and we don't really have one anymore. These don't even take copper products, so this is like not even an issue with what happened with the copper. Okay, but now we've figured out how this works. These chests are like whatever. We can like, we're gonna just turn these into yellow chests. There's no reason to have them be requester chests anymore. I think for my mental it'll be easier to have them being just generic yellow chests. So will the the rocket go, metallurgic science. Can we add a wait condition for all requests satisfied? Any request not satisfied. Okay. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. All requests satisfied. Oh my god, that's so much nicer. What the heck? This is incredible. How do I turn these off? Do you like middle click them or something? Why are those grayed out? Oh, I guess it don't matter. You move these over so they look nicer. I'd be careful if I remove that one, it'll immediately turn off. I think I'm gonna just make that 1,000. Definitely want to make that 2,000 metallurgic science. Then make that 100 big mining drills. Where are my big mining drills? They are probably here, and then 100 of those. Wonderful. So now Vulcanus will pop up a rocket. It will go, well, a rocket's available. We need 20 big mining drills because those will fit on a rocket. And then it'll go grab the 20 mining drill. This is so much nicer with this stupid button. I can't believe I never tried that before. And now it will deliver it on its own. Wonderful. Simple, easy, to the point. I'm probably not thieving. I'm certainly not thieving. I was not paying nearly enough attention. But we're now back to thieving. It's funny, I don't see nearly as many people here as I did before. I saw them basically all the time. Science Co, you're actually so right. I saw so many people pickpocketing boobies last week when I was home. Or I guess before I left to go see my mom, more accurately. Okay, so the Starfarer is completely out of iron. However, I think that this is maxed out on bullets, or it's quite close. Okay, 532 is where it caps out at. So I'm going to do that when this is 532, you can enable when it's equal to 532. I guess I'll just do greater than 533. But at the same time, it's interesting because we're still struggling on iron. I guess it's because we're just making a buffer of iron plates. Oh, we're not struggling at all, I should say. We're definitely struggling in carbonic. So this is the right thing to do then, because iron is now getting ahead of the carbonic, which is kind of what we expected. The attacks are getting kind of malicious, unfortunately, from the Bucks. Look at how far they expanded out. Damn, they're like straight in our pollution cloud. Maybe artillery is a good idea. Maybe we'll set that up as well while we're doing this, because they're kind of getting annoying, and I think setting up a few basic artilleries with requester chests is probably a good idea. How do we make our radar? Looks like it's iron plate, iron gear rail, electronic circuits, and we don't need to make a crazy amount of artillery stuff, just a little bit so that they can be picked up on the ship every now and then. Iron plates, iron gear wheels. How come these iron plates and iron gear wheels are never just like next to each other when I want to use them? I just gotta jump through hoops to get those specific things, I feel. Probably not the case, but it's how it feels to me at least. Iron gear wheels come through here. We have them right here. Okay. Going to put down a splitter. And here will be... Oh, you know, I forgot. We unlocked green belts and never set them up. That's something we certainly want to do. It's quite the thing to forget. Oh, no. The power turned off because we ran out of steam and there's no way to like boot it back up. Actually, the Starfarer should have a boatload of solar panels on it, thankfully. How did we run out of steam? There shouldn't have been that much more like demand. Regardless, let's throw down the solar panels and hope that's enough to get the factory jump-started again. I don't know how that happened. Definitely gonna leave a little solar field now. I'm gonna guess everything is like basically conked. I think it just hit nighttime. What the heck happened? I guess I shouldn't have left so soon because clearly this wasn't good enough. We have steam inputting, which is turning into water, so why is there no steam down here? It's getting no water. Why is it getting no water? Or no, it just needs sulfuric acid. Has a shortage of it? Is it because too much of it's being used? Oh man, what a pain in the butt. Unfortunately, until these get spun up, we're going to be like heckin' conked on power. Now, the bright side is we do have a bunch of solar panels, so I'm going to just start ripping those down. We don't have a crazy amount, but we have enough. I hope. I could disconnect part of the factory. Oh man, the day and nights are so short. I could disconnect part of the factory to get this going again. I think I might do that. Right, so this will make it so only the bottom part of the factory will start working. Which I'm hoping means this will start spinning up. Which it does in fact immediately start spinning up. The solar panels are able to do this. These are now producing a tremendous amount of power, 190 megawatts as it should be. And now hopefully that I've disconnected that, I should be able to reconnect factory and it should hopefully be fine. Nope, we run out of steam. Because we run out of sulfuric acid. Why are we producing so much sulfuric, or so little sulfuric acid? I guess would be a more apt way to say it. What the heck went wrong? I didn't set up any more automation. It should just be that one to get the factory running again. No? What the heck did I do? It's nighttime, so we'll take it for these kick on. I must have done something. Something's clearly not right. These are all at full capacity. I think we're just using too much sulfuric acid and haven't had the chance to build it up, I guess. Or maybe our sulfuric acid mine has just fallen behind. Oh, there's one we're not even using up there. There's 3 real estate, but I don't think I have any of the pump jacks crafted, do I? That doesn't look like it. We're just consuming sulfuric acid far too quickly. But why? Maybe it's just stressing the base too much by how many rockets we sent out. I just don't understand why it happened so suddenly. At nighttime, our steam fluctuates, which makes a lot of sense. I'm not pickpocketing. I know I'm not. In my heart of hearts, I know there's no chance I have been. Goodness knows how long. Probably about 6 minutes. Alright, how do we make more steam? Let's take a step back here. Is it due to the heat? We're making plenty of heat. Like, these are all on. And, like, they're not even, like, we're making 190 megawatts. We're just not making enough steam. Like, endpoint, we need more steam. But the issue is that we're using way too much sulfuric acid. We're full on heavy oil. We're full on light oil. We're full on petroleum. But this is eating a crazy amount of sulfuric acid. Where's the steam come from? These machines right here. These chemical plants produce steam by using sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid is not... We're not consuming enough heavy oil for this to produce more sulfuric acid because it's not spending enough on... Gosh, all this is lubricant. So this machine is a big part of it. I mean, this machine could be contributing more because this formula here is what I changed forever ago with simple coal liquefaction, making more heavy oil out of sulfuric acid, but we don't really need more heavy oil, do we? This one's not doing anything though. Not that it matters. This only exists actually to make lubricant, so this is fine here. It's deceptive. It looks like it's important. Like output full now, so our steam is filled up. But the moment I reconnect the factory, it's just too much. I think I just need a whole extra sulfuric acid vein because we're just using way too much of it. I'm really surprised we're using so much though. What's it being used on? The petroleum just goes to these things, which is not really doing any of. I guess it's really just the rocket fuel. It's got to be just the rocket fuel, the extreme demand for rocket fuel that just was created by doing all those things. I'm thinking if I reconnect the base, we'll be fine now. But man, that was not what I had expected. What an unfortunate headache. So now these are on complete full blast. Now we are... Oh my gosh, I guess when everything kicks on, we get close to our maximum, but then it should die down once everything kind of like chills. "71 foundries do kind of eat a lot of power. Our steam storage is going to go down. I think it just became nighttime. It did. So it should fluctuate downwards. What? What? No, I'm dumb. I clicked the wrong thing. Why was that enable disable? Okay, I'm glad that we figured that out. I could have sworn I'd clicked it on this instead. No, I set up everything backwards. Dang it. Why is that 533? Okay, I don't know how I messed it up. So that's going to be at 390, I guess, that it can go up to. As long as above 390, it'll start eating those and producing stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so heckin' GG. I need to go take a break is what I need. I know I should have done shapes. I knew it. Shapes is so much kinder to me. Nah, I would have been just as much lost in the sauce. So why haven't you gone back yet? Because you don't have enough of this juice, but mainly because we were just off for a long time. Okay, Volcanus' steam is going down dramatically still. We have another... I don't know why it turned... I mean, I do know why it turned out down, because the base is just so stressed, but... We do have another sulfuric acid right here, which isn't too far off. And that's a lot of it, too. Holy... 10,000 versus the 2,000 we have over there. They're all quite large. Wait, I'm sorry. That's 10,000. That is 116,000. I mean, the bright side is we're about to finish the atomic bomb, which is legally an option to use against the the worm. I don't know if it would even kill the worm, to be honest with you, but we just kind of like scrambled for a while thinking about what the heck was going wrong, so that finished. Miko? What do you mean, Miko? I did nothing wrong. I gotta turn off the base. Can't nuke the poor dude. The poor dude started by being my sulfuric acid. I have to disconnect the top part of the factory again. This is so bad. Okay, well, we need to pick the sulfuric acid. Ooh, okay, that is connected. I was like, is that even connected? I guess it's the extreme amount of rocket fuel that it demanded, amongst other things. But we definitely need more sulfuric acid, so I think maybe I'll just go back to Volcanus. I mean, I could probably remote drive a tank and do it, but it'd be tough. The Starfire is on auto, and it's actually about to come back here on its own, too. It has the 2000 metallurgic and the big mine drills. I never fixed the mines here. Oh my god, let's just waddle and do that. All right, next time, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Volcanus. I left too prematurely. I wanted to go to Gleba. I think that's what I was excited about. I don't need to go back right now, but I really should because it's not in a place where I'm satisfied that it'll be self-sufficient on its own. So I'm going to go waddle down to several of the mines and fix them up now manually. I don't have any bots on me, which is a little awkward, but fine. We finished Atomic Bomb, which is say hooray. Now we've done pretty much everything. I guess there's one more of these stronger explosives that we can research in the meantime. Then speed module, but then everything else seems to be the like super endgamey stuff. We will do a deconstruction planner over this. You know what I'll do in the meantime too is I'll deconstruction planner. Surprised we're using so much coal. That surprises me. I wouldn't have expected coal to be such a commodity. Apparently it is. Deconstruct the coal as well. Oh man, the bots are heckin' nice. Thankfully, these are things that can be piped through each other. Can also be piped like this as well, but I think it's probably going to be a better idea. I mean, you know what I can do is set up a substation here. That's probably pretty good. What I made them kiss. I apologize. I know that that's wildly inappropriate for stream, and I did not mean to do it. So that was my truly embarrassing mistake, and I hope you can forgive me for making the miners touch via their minor receptacles. It was a grave error of my personal judgment, and it will not happen again. Please forgive. Okay, so these are going through here now. Going to hook these up to sulfuric acid. I apparently don't have... I guess I'll just make them normal pipes. I apparently don't have a lot of underground pipes. I don't know what happened to my underground pipes. I guess I don't ever... Oh, right, I don't have them automated here. We will hook up this to this, and then these should start mining just fine. And what we will do is we will redo this area as well. I had a thing for this, but I don't remember what it looked like exactly. Drink a little bit. I had like a really satisfying 2 to 3 splitter that I made on my Death World Marathon playthrough, but I seriously don't remember it. I'm gonna do it as simply as I can muster. Let's just have them go into one line and then have them output into 3. I hope that'll be fine. Let's go do the same thing to our lovely coal patch. Now that we have a bunch of drills to do so. I think I'll do the same thing with just like a big substation in the middle, because one substation can hit like all these lads, which is quite nice. And copy this and then just paste it over. Actually, we actually totally can paste it over, right? They should be in a box that's accessible by bots. I'll just copy whatever heckin' abomination I just made right here and reuse it. For the record, I don't think this is a good balancer. I am not kidding myself to believe it's a good balancer either, but it is what I'm going to do for now. But I don't think it's a good balancer. But I'm also like way like mentally disconnected from making a good balancer RN. I am not disillusioned. I am pragmatic, as they say. Okay. Let's hook this back up. The bots bringing these are finally almost here. There we go. Yeah, see, that looks fine. It's not perfect, but it's sufficient enough. I can love Techie. Oh my god. Techie my life. So we've done the uranium mine. We've done the coal mine, and we've done iron mine. I think it's 2? That's iron mine 1. Okay, so let's work on these other ones. The copper one needs it really badly. I noticed that it was like plenty of the machines. Oh, we need to put modules in these too, actually, but we can do that whenever. Plenty of these machines have been flashing, saying, heckin' save us. We're out of juice. We gotta go. I don't have any personal bots on me right now, so it does not matter a great degree what I do here. I want to make sure that our roboports stay active, so I'm trying to... Oh, let me undeconstruction plan that. Roboports. Those are the only things I really want to stay here. Roboports and the big electric poles. Here they come. They're going to take the modules out, so it'll be a little bit longer to get this one done, but we have a pretty healthy amount of bots available. A lot of bots charging, taking turns. As this is a fairly big project and they had to come from far away to do it. Clicking goobies in the meantime. And again, these are nice because they have a mining speed of 2.5. What are these defaultly? They have a mining speed 0.5? Wow, so this is 5 times as quick. It is a lot bigger, admittedly. Like, if you look one here, it's basically like stacking 4 of them together. But it'll save a lot of resources in the meantime. Oh my gosh, look at how we just, like... It looks like a deliberate haircut. We just cut right through the edge of the copper. Hey, Lily, how's it going? Factory game woo. I'm thinking about wrapping up factory game pretty soon. I'm just fixing my patches with these new fancy schmancy drills that I got access to. I think what I might do is just copy No, I actually didn't like how that came out. I preferred my design of the later ones. I'm gonna copy this specifically and then just copy this. Feel better than before I slept. That's awesome to hear. Love that. I was gonna say keep up the good work, but I don't know if there's much work to sleep. I mean, for me, it's kind of like, you know, fighting a big battle to try and sleep more often than not. Maybe there is some work to it after all. Do I want to fit one extra patch of them here? No, I'm gonna just try and stick them so that they cover up most of the patch. Its copper patch is a lot smaller than it looked like on paper. I really like this second garbage balancer I'm using. I really just need to make a good one for when I do this, but it's just like it works, you know? People don't get it because it's provocative, and I get that, but it just works. Sometimes you have to be a little provocative to make a few eggs, you know? Actually, you know what we could do is fit one more of each of these on these. For certain. Looking at this patch. There we go, it's better. I can place my own poles. I've got them. We will need at least one more of each. There we go. I see it didn't actually reveal the rates though. No disrespect to you at all when I say this. I just don't know why. You're just gonna bum yourself out, right? I mean, assuming you're dry. I've seen other people that are like, here's my iron, and I've already like maxed out or finished the clog for all this stuff. And I'm like, heck you. Alright, we are gonna be a little behind on iron because of this. I tried to drive remotely thinking that would stop it. It did not in fact stop it, but that's okay. It should be pretty quick to come back around. Wow, I clearly have some messed up train signals because it shouldn't have stopped so far away, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, well our copper is now going to last a lot longer. We were ripping through it, so that's good. It's already back. I don't think we have quite enough to fill the cargo inventory yet, but that's crazy. It's mostly so I know if 500 loot is the best or if it doesn't matter. Oh, they're not going to tell you if 500 loot's the best or not. Like okay, I don't... Let me explain to you. As someone who didn't design this at all, I'm going to spoil the entire... Like, I'm going to pull back the curtain for you on the design. Every X amount of roll, like, loot you have is how many rolls you do. Maybe it's 20, maybe it's 10. But that's it. That's the magic. I hope that helps. So doing more is good because you get more stuff. I hope that helps. If it doesn't help, then I don't know what to tell you. But yes, the higher your loot, the better. 500 will certainly result in more loot rolls in general. I'm getting caught by heckin' goo birds? No way. I guess in the interim while I'm doing this, I'm gonna also have them deconstruct the stone mine so I can fix that one too. I say fix, but fix really isn't the right word. But this will help preserve everything so I don't have to stress it quite as much when I'm going to other planets. We may as well take advantage of our fancy new miners anyways, like I don't know why we wouldn't. Unfortunately, we're going to be copper starved for quite some time. This is a consequence of any time I do anything with the copper ever because of how high the demand is. Oh, I forgot we were doing science too, and a really expensive one at that, but it doesn't take yellow science, which is nice at least. It looks like we have plenty of metallurgic science. Yeah, I know we, yeah, but we don't know that. Yeah, we do know that. You might get one unique roll regardless of loot. No, there's no chance you do. Because then the best thing would be to just sprint to the end and open one chest. 0%. People suggesting that are smoking doobs. Those are the people that are like, man, I would heckin' love it if they nerfed the heck out of everything. And you know what? Just remove Iron Men from the game because I think it's a waste of resources to keep them in the game. People are heckin' huffing the big doobs. Smoking the dank weed, as the kids say nowadays. Can I get an amen? I got a funny feeling I'm not gonna get any amens. The copper is starting to back up a little bit, which is nice, but we really need a second copper mine. That's what we really need. We don't really have another copper ore inside of our base, and this one's already getting kind of low. I guess it's not that low. Maybe we'll drop copper plates from space eventually. I think that's something you can do. Bramber potion. Later than I thought it was. Oh my god, they're already gone. I was looking away for a sec. Alright. Patch is so big that I think I can get away with this justifiably without feeling like I'm wasting. This edge one might run out, but the rest of them should be fine. This will make it real simple to feed too, instead of all this fancy schmancy stuff I've got going on. I'm gonna guess this isn't enough to like fully saturate one belt. Probably. Oh, I lost my stream chat. Whoops. I'm really glad we set up the wall trademark forever ago. It's really like, it's paying off. Those are big spitters? What's my evolution at? I don't think I've checked yet. I'm gonna say it's 9.1 for your first behemoth. Behemoths might be an issue at one point. They also might not, which is kind of what I'm banking on. But they might, which is a fun thought. Okay, so this mine is now fixed. We just gotta go fix the stone mine. The league changes for upcoming season, making sure we want to play ranked. Each lane has its own role quest. What is a role quest going to be comprised of, if you could explain it to me? I will go against what I was doing before. Just because this fits way better if I do some medium power pulls in here. There's my balancer that isn't a real balancer, but man, I love to see it every time it shows up. It's like when the main character from the last season shows up and you're like, oh my god, that's crazy. Oh, I ran out of belts. I will make the bots distribute the remainder of the belts then. We go into map mode. I forgot to set up green belts too. I wonder how useful green belts will be. I mean, I'm sure they'll be like ultra useful. Realistically, they're just gonna kind of rock. Probably no real mystery about it. What I learned is I left Volcanus too soon. That's the moral of this stream. Don't leave Volcanus too soon. Like, you know how supports have their quest for the ward item? Yep, absolutely. Our junglers for upgraded smite. That's pretty cool that each one will have one. Ton of new items. So, that is cool. And I'm not trying to, like, throw flack at you here, so please, for the love of everything, don't perceive it as that. Why does that make you want to play ranked? Can you just do that in unranked as well? You're not pickpocketing? Thanks for the call out. It's very difficult to keep remembering it when doing a game like Factorio, but it's also kind of the perfect thing because there's no like real downside to it if I'm not. No one's on my world or nothing. Okay, there's also rank changes too. I feel like everyone's so angry in ranked. A leaver penalty now, you don't lose any LP at all. Oh, great. So you're going to duo queue with someone and have them leave? I'm only kidding. I think that my copper patch needs speed modules, which kind of eats away at me. They can saturate the belt when I give them the speed modules. You know, I'll have the back few on each lane be full of speed modules. How about that? This box is getting full, surprisingly. Okay, well, did what I wanted to do. I replaced all of the old patches drills with the fancier ones, which means the patches should last longer, particularly in regards to the copper. Wow, I wish we had one more copper within our walls, let me tell you. Maybe we change our plan and we go to Fulgora instead. Actually, do we have elevated rails already? How do you get elevated rails? That is Fulgora, right? No, we just have it, okay. Rail support is what it's called. Maybe we go liberate this one and then make like a little defensive perimeter around it. Because I feel like we just need that copper. Yeah, like look at this. Although we are backing up now, which is nice. Look at that though, very satisfying how saturated these belts are. And this train just hecking goes. Even having two different trains on copper duty wouldn't really solve our problem. I mean, it actually might. Because these boxes are getting full now. What if I have a second train, Your Majesty, hypothetically? Would you be upset if there was a second copper train? What would that make you do? What would it make you feel? Would you look at me different? Do you love me? Could you learn to love me? Sorry, I had to check if I was pickpocketing because I realized I was saying weird stuff and that's often when something's going wrong with my pickpocketing. How's our power doing? It looked like we were heckin' eating it before. Jeez, 300 and heckin' 5 megawatts or 310 megawatts. What modules do we have in the furnaces? Productivity? I don't hate that. I mean, efficiency is nice, but productivity is just like... Productivity is just nice everywhere. Actually, do these drills have base productivity as well? They heckin' do. That's sick. 30% productivity and 50% resource drain makes these patches way more bountiful, as they say. I'm gonna move it to 25 seconds, I think. Although it seems like once we get like a little bit ahead of it, it's fine. Okay. I'm gonna consider that to be fixed. What are we doing again? Involved engine units. I remember that much. Atomic bombs are kind of cheap. I mean, okay, the 100 uranium-235 is not insignificant, but they're actually kind of cheap otherwise. The heck did I want engine units for? Come on. Peanut Brain Co. Engine unit. I don't know what I wanted them for. I think I'm just too far in the sauce. Oh snap, I get the ban about this stream too? Usually you gotta pay extra for that. Like you gotta go to a special club and then everyone's a little bit weird and shady there, but you get to get your rocks off by banning bots. But nowadays it's just kind of like a free experience for you. I can't remember what that's gonna do for the life of me at all though. I wanted to put modules into these eventually, but I don't think it's super necessary to do the second. Q dodging counts as a full loss at all times. That's crazy. Ban the clanker. Consider them. Oh, I was gonna make a second. I remember. Why didn't they show up though? I was gonna make another train. My my neighbor seems to be getting into a fist fight right now with the garbage can, which is admittedly kind of funny to joke about, but I'm concerned for their well-being. Granted, this is all by sound. They might not actually be getting into a fist fight with a garbage can, but I want to note that it's a possibility because it sounds like it. I can't hear it. I'm glad you can't. You're getting ASMR call. So here's my thought. If I set up a second iron train, set up a second iron train. Have the schedule be copper drop off, copper mine. Can I like copy? Is that a thing I can do? Hold on. Wow, you can do that with trains. Cool, great. So, I'm gonna set it on automatic and I'm gonna give it a little bit of fuel because I'm sure I have some kind of fuel on me. 7 wood. Did not go to the drop-off. I guess it had empty cargo. It's just gonna run out of wood in like 2 seconds. This is terrible. Why did it do that? I thought it would sit at the copper drop-off for a little bit. It just like took my 7 wood left. Come back. I'm sorry. I know what you're gonna say. You're out of fuel in a second. I'm sorry. Wood. Don't leave the copper, please, please. I see you're over there on my map. Oh, there you go. You got like 2 car lengths away. There you go. Be free into the night. Okay, so this way, if we have any sort of like copper issues, there will be like a small buffer for it. Those hacking jerks need to chill a little bit. We will have like 6,000 copper ore just sitting on a train, basically. We did unlock speed module 3, which takes tungsten carbide, so we do need to... I guess we don't have to craft it over there. Doesn't say there's a requirement for crafting it in a specific gravity, but we need the carbide, which is over on Volcanus right now. I haven't looked at Volcanus in a long time. How's it doing? Did I ever hook it back up? Nope. No, I did not. So it hasn't been doing like nothing the whole time. Maybe everything's caught up now. I should have definitely done shapes. That's what I've learned from today's stream, is I should have done shapes. Because this was not good for my brain power. Okay, so now the sulfuric acid is maxing out, so we should be able to maintain this power. Should. Yeah, it's going up again. The issue was we just had too much of a demand on our oil in general. Specifically making... It must have been the rocket fuel, because it's 20 light oil or 10 light oil or whatever in 10 solid fuel. Which I think added up to an extreme degree with all the demand our base had at that moment. In addition to like needing it for blue circuits and whatnot. Just the rockets in general require a lot of... effectively sulfuric acid on this planet. So I think that was the whole issue. And now everything should be fine. It just needed a bit to kind of catch everything back up. And now that that is the case... it will load the rocket and it should just be fine to go now. The Starfarer is just chilling like a villain. Oh my god, maybe it's traveled a few times. I was going to say, it just does not have any fuel. It may have gone there and back. However, we've now noticed that we spend way too much electricity. Can we fit a few more solar panels down? Some streams of this game, I'm like on the offensive. This has been a purely defensive stream. Like start to end, I have just been desperately trying to get my bearings and fix problems left and right. But sometimes those are just like necessary, you know? Sometimes you need to fix the problems that arise. I'm thinking we're going to need even more power production soon. It looks like everything kind of balanced out now, so maybe not so much. Now there will be, you know, you're empty? Okay, this empty cargo. There is a slight problem because this copper train... No, it should never happen. It's possible that one could be here and one would stop here, which would be a little bit annoying because anything trying to go down here would get stuck. Which I think the iron one... I guess it can go all the way around. I don't know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it if it's a problem later. But it shouldn't be. Gonna set them to 60 seconds past now. Clearly our balancer does not balance so goodly though, huh? I need to redesign the 3 to 2 balancer, but I don't remember exactly how I did it. Or 2 to 3. No, actually, the one I made might have been 3 to 2. I think it was 3 to 2, so it wouldn't even be relevant here. That was a long time ago. I was a lot younger then. I had a lot of aspirations, bright eye, bushy tail. You get it all. Most of this Factorio stream has just been walking around. I know it hasn't been mostly walking around, but that's what it feels like. Mentally, I've been walking around. Okay, yeah, it's making its fuel pretty efficiently. I think that we did this properly now, so it's only pulling when there's... Wow, it apparently can have over 500 ammo, so I'll set it to 500. I don't know how that guy messed this up so badly. 533 was the number that I had reached the conclusion of. As long as it's got more than 500, it will start consuming the iron ore, which again will be very easy here. That's fixed. Volcanus is temporarily fixed, but if it has an extreme demand again, it won't work anymore. The Starfarer is now successfully requesting metallurgic science and mining drills. Plentiful amounts of them. I think I'm going to remove the request for the mining drills. I never set up a drop-off of the mining drills, did I? It's really funny when the music just kind of stopped. It's like, Mow. I never put in a request, so the mine drills were just sitting there anyways. I think 100 more will be fine. Like, we shouldn't need that many more. They're very big. I want to bring some to Glebo with me, but not many, just for the stone. Plenty of water stored up. And again, we have excess of these thruster fuels now. I don't know if that actually solves anything for us. I guess in an emergency, with this set up in an emergency, we could send the ship one direction or another immediately. Or like if we have to stop transit, mid-transit, it's not as bad. I didn't work on the new ship literally at all. I didn't even make a starter pack for it. So that was kind of a lie. It sounds like Cosmo Canyon and Nibelheim. I think the exact same thing you're talking about. Like 100%. The music totally hits that theme. I immediately think of FF7, so I'm so glad that you validated that, because I don't think I've ever said that on stream before, but you like... You made me feel alive right now. Thank you for them. I keep thinking at the like overture of Final Fantasy VII. I need to take a break. I'm not able to focus enough on my circuit board right now. We need more sulfuric acid for sure on here. Can you make like a list in game of stuff? Is there like a there's not. I'm gonna make a note on my alts on Discord. I'm going to say, okay, stream Factorio list. New ship, Gleba, fix or gets more sulfuric acid on Volcanus. Those are the main things. Set up artillery on Volcanus. Speed modules 3 question mark. There's our list. I've written them down now. They're in stone. I have a focus thing to go for next time. I'm gonna cry. Please don't cry. Why are you gonna cry? Did you dupe another mask? Is that what's happening? I was gonna offer to do heists with you earlier, but you was asleep. I got a third mask. I'm sorry that that happened to you. Hopefully you get better stuff as soon as possible. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up stream now, because I am way too deep in the sauce and I need to decompress. Really need that sleep too. I'm not counting on you for sleeping or nothing. Like, get your sleep. I feel like we made negative progress today. I know it's not true. We're back on Volcanus instead of on Novice, but I really feel like I made negative progress today, which is kind of a bad feeling. But, you know, it's fine. I made a lot of progress in Dark Souls. Check out the Dark Souls VOD if you're interested in that. Very excited to do more Dark Souls. Very, very excited about it. Either way, that's going to be it for now because I am fried. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had fun. I had a lot of fun. And hopefully tomorrow, probably more Dark Souls. I think I said that at the start of yesterday, or the end of the Dark Souls stream earlier today. I want to do more Dark Souls 3. Maybe I'll do Dark Souls 3 in the morning and then like Shapes in the afternoon or something to mix it up. By the way, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye for now.